Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to online recording classes due to COVID-19. So, in part of the sixth semester, I am going to start the company's law. So, in company laws, it's a new subject. Whatever the company installation and incorporate of the company, and after incorporated, how the companies are going inside and outside, what goodwill is there, and how the companies are running. So according to law, as per the company's law, some important topics and everything is covered in this subject. So already total 8 subjects are there in your sixth semester. That is, the common paper already I told, that is preparation of tax returns, SEC paper, PTR, and second SEC paper, advertising. Then managerial accounting, company laws, okay, and financial institutions and market, FIM, then commerce lab, CLB, okay. So these are the common. L-2 papers, RDBMS to the computers, or TPM, tax planning management to the general, and for the computers, RDBMS. Then web technology to the computers, human resource management to the general. So these papers are covering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So first 2 papers are SEC papers, that is 50 marks, already you know. And next the coming papers are managerial accounting and companies laws, company laws, and financial markets and institutions, FIM. Then commerce lab and RDBMS are tax planning management, web technology or human resource management. So already managerial accounting started by Swarajya madam. Financial markets and institutions started by Chandrakala madam. Commerce lab also Chandrakala madam. Then RDBMS, it is already started, that is Arna madam. Web technology, Srinivas Reddy sir. So TPM, Venu sir, and PTR, Venu sir, both will start within short period. And HRM, that is myself. So I am taking the 2 subjects in your 6th semester. That is in your 6th semester. One is company laws and another one is HRM. So these 2 subjects are theory, okay. So 20 marks internal and 80 marks of the university paper, and you have to write. So now in COVID situation, they are giving the 10 questions. Out of 10 you have to do the 4. And one more important, these subjects are very simple and easy, and you don't worry, because the subject concept is very easy. You have to learn more and more. So that's why. So myself, the company laws, already we have discussed in previous semesters. The company final accounts, company amalgamation, okay, and company liquidation. So profit paid to incorporation, that is in practical. So how to find the final accounts in the company? So before starting the company, how the company's capital collecting from the public, that is we have seen in issue of the shares. Okay, so the company capital always from the public only. So who applied the shares and who paid as share, so is called as shareholder, that is common. So that's why what is the authorized capital, what is the issued capital, what is paid up, what is subscribed. So everyone in practical we have seen, that is in third semester and fourth semester. So here according to bylaw, according to law, how the companies are running, how the companies are running. So in your syllabus, the unit number 1 is incorporation of companies. How the companies are starting and how the companies are commencing, how the companies are incorporated according to Companies Act. So one class I have taken. In that session I am discussed about the total syllabus of the company laws, and also we discussed some important, and just we have discussed the definition characteristics of the company. And once again you have to listen, what is the meaning of company as per the section 2 subsection 20 of the Companies Act 2013. Company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. So whatever the companies are registered under the Companies Act or Companies Law, that is called as company. So again that companies are incorporated under this act, that is 2013 or 1956, whatever it is. So the new amendments are there in 2013, the old Companies Act 1956. So the company actually it is a voluntary of association of persons, so formed for the purpose of the doing business. So having a distinct name and limited liability, it is a juristic person having a separate legal entity and distinct from its members who constitute, so capable of rights and duties of its own and endued with the potential of perpetual succession. So that's why has given a comprehensive definition of a company according to him. So a company is an association of many persons. It's a voluntary of association. కొంతమంది వ్యక్తుల సముదాయం, అంటే తెలుగులో వాడు ఏంటంటే కొంతమంది కలిసి ఏర్పాటు చేసేటటువంటి కంపెనీ. ఇట్స్ ఎ వాలంటరీ ఆఫ్ ఏ పర్సన్. హూ ఆర్ దట్? దెన్ దట్ పర్సన్ నేమ్ హియర్. సో ఏ కంపెనీ ఈజ్ అన్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ మెనీ పర్సన్స్, కొంతమంది వ్యక్తుల సముదాయం. హూ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ మనీ ఆర్ మనీస్ వర్త్. Who contribute money or money's worth. So when before commencing the company, okay, after registration of the company, who registered? Before registration, the many persons means they contributed, they gathered, okay. So before registration, the persons are called as promoters. అంటే కంపెనీని స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అని చెప్పేసి ముందుకు వచ్చే వాళ్ళు ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళని ప్రమోటర్స్, వ్యవస్థాపకులు అని చెప్పేసి అంటారు. ఇది ఎవరు స్టార్ట్ చేశారు? సో అండ్ సో. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ పర్సన్ యాజ్ ఎ డైరెక్టర్ ఆర్ ఏ నామినల్ పర్సన్ ఆర్ ఏ మెంబర్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్, బట్ హూ స్టార్టెడ్, సో అండ్ సో దట్ పర్సన్ ఈజ్ స్టార్టెడ్ ఈజ్ ఎ ప్రమోటర్, అతను వ్యవస్థాపకుడు అని చెప్పేసి అంటారు. సో ద మినిమం మెంబర్స్ వెన్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఏ కంపెనీ ఇన్ రిజిస్టర్, okay, in registration office at registrar, 7 members is compulsory signed when registration of the company. After registration, what amount is registered as capital, that will collect from the public. అంటే ఎంత అమౌంట్ కావాలనేది మనం రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేసుకుంటాము, అంత అమౌంట్ పబ్లిక్ దగ్గర నుంచి యాజ్ ఏ క్యాపిటల్గా మనం కలెక్షన్ చేయాలి. దట్ ఈస్ ఇష్యూ ఆఫ్ ది షేర్స్. సో బిఫోర్ ఇష్యూ ఆఫ్ ది షేర్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇష్యూ ద ప్రాస్పెక్టస్. ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అంటే ఏంటి? మన కంపెనీ గురించి పర్చేజ్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తున్నాం. దోస్ హు ఆర్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ యూ కమ్ అండ్ ఇన్వెస్ట్ ఇన్ అవర్ కంపెనీ. ఎవరికైనా మా దగ్గర పెట్టుబడి పెట్టాలనుకుంటే ఓకే అందరు రండి మా దగ్గర పెట్టుబడి పెట్టండి అని చెప్పేసి అని ఇన్వైట్ చేయడం. సో దట్స్ వై హియర్ ఏ కంపెనీ ఈజ్ అన్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ మెనీ పర్సన్స్. ఇదంతా కూడా కొంతమంది వ్యక్తుల యొక్క సముదాయం అని చెప్పేసి అంటున్నాడు. వాళ్ళంతా కూడా ఎవరు ఇక్కడ? హూ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్, దట్ మెనీ పర్సన్స్ హూ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ మనీ ఆర్ మనీస్ వర్త్ సో టు ఏ కామన్ స్టాక్. దాని ఏ రకంగా అంటే కామన్ స్టాక్ షేర్స్ పర్చేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు అండ్ ఎంప్లాయిడ్ ఫర్ ఏ కామన్ పర్పస్. సో ద కామన్ స్టాక్ సో కాంట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ ఈజ్ డెనోటెడ్ మనీ. కామన్ స్టాక్ అనేది దేని కిందకి వస్తుంది? డెనోటెడ్ మనీ అండ్ ఈజ్ క్యాపబుల్ ఆఫ్ ది కంపెనీ. సో ద పర్సన్ హూ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్స్ ఇట్ ఆర్ టు హోమ్ ఇట్ బిలాంగ్స్ ఆర్ మెంబర్స్. ఎవరైతే కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నారో, ఎవరైతే పేమెంట్ చేస్తున్నారో, సో దట్ పర్సన్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ members. Okay, and the proportion of capital to which each member is entitled is his share. So the shares are always transferable, although the right to transfer is often more or less restricted. So indirectly they are contributed in the company, the public are contributed in the company, means they are purchasing the shares. What shares are issuing by company? Okay, so who contributed in the company, that person is called as shareholder. So again that shares are divided into preference shares and equity shares, and everyone is there is called as preference shareholder, is called as equity shareholders, like that. So finally in common definition, it is simple, you have to remember, a company is, okay, a company is an association of many persons. Okay, a company is an association of many persons. And also a corporation is an artificial, it is an artificial person. Why? Because all companies are created by law. So we commenced, but we are in business entity concept. Okay, the promoters are different and company is different. Who created? Promoters are created. Okay, that person is created here. So that's why it's an artificial person. It is an artificial person. And being invisible, intangible, and existing only in the contemplation of the law. So being a mere creature of law, it possesses only those properties which the character of creation confers upon it, either expressly or as incidentally, then it is very existence. So that's why a company exists only in the eyes of law. It exists only eyes of law, and it has no physical existence. The company always no physical existence, and it is created by law, and law alone can dissolve. Okay, so alone can it dissolve it, and a company is a legal person separate from and capable of surviving behind the lives of its members. A company is not merely a legal institution, it is rather a legal device for the attainment of any social or economic end. Finally, as per the definition, what is the meaning of company? So the companies are registered under Companies Act, it is called as company. Whatever. So it is a voluntary of association. A company is an association of many persons. Okay. So always it is in long period. It is the company is created by law. It has a separate entity. So everyone we created. So the existence up to who are there in the company? Okay, The life is when members are there in the company, whatever it is, the time is more. So that's why here a long life and it has a capable surviving behind the lives of its members. దానిలో పనిచేసే వాళ్ళు దానిలో ఉండే వాళ్ళ యొక్క జీవితం పైన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నంత వరకు కంపెనీ ఉంటుంది. నాకు వద్దు అని చెప్పేసి అని తీసేయచ్చు. సో దట్స్ వై ఎలోన్ కెన్ డిజాల్వ్ ఇట్. సొంతంగా తనకు తను వద్దనుకుంటే చేసేసుకోవచ్చు, అంతే తీసేయచ్చు. సో దట్ ఈస్ డెఫినేషన్. అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ది characteristics in the company? So it is incorporated association, incorporated association, incorporated association. A company comes into existence on incorporation or registration under the Companies Act. So a joint stock company may be incorporated under the Act either as a private or public company. So minimum members are required for the purpose of incorporation is 7 in case of public company and 2 in case of the private company. So when incorporated association, when company started, the minimum members are 7 in public company and maximum no limit, and minimum members 2 members are in private company. So the limitation is there. So according to that, however, section 3 of the Company Act 2013 permits formation of one person company also. It has separate legal entity. Separate legal entity. It has separate legal entity means the main feature of company is its independent corporate existence. So that's why separate legal entity. And a company formed and registered under the Companies Act is a distinct legal entity. So that's why one of the effects of incorporation contained section 34 of the Companies Act. It provides upon the issues of the certificate of incorporation. So when getting the certificate of incorporation, you need to start the business. And limited liability. Limited liability. So what is the limited liability here? Limited liability means you have to pay as much as you have agreed to pay. You have to pay as much as you have agreed to pay. నువ్వు ఎంతైతే ఒప్పుకున్నావో అంతే అమౌంట్ పేమెంట్ చేస్తూ, దట్ ఈస్ లిమిటెడ్. అండ్ అన్లిమిటెడ్ లయబిలిటీ, యూ హ్యావ్ టు పే యాజ్ మచ్ యాజ్ యూ ఓ. అక్కడ ఎంత నువ్వు బాధపడితే అంత ఇవ్వాల్సింది, నువ్వు ఒప్పుకున్నది కాదు. సో it is the liability of members to company which is limited. So that's why the company limited liability is always unlimited. A company itself is always fully liable to pay its debts as long as there are assets available to pay the debts. So when a company goes into liquidation, the debts must be paid in a strict order to the existence of availability of assets. So that's why limited by shares, limited by guarantee without share capital, and limited by guarantee and having share capital, and unlimited. So the members' liability is unlimited when unlimited liability is there, and limited shares means members are liability limited to amount unpaid on the shares held by each member, and limited guarantee without share capital, members liability limited to amount guaranteed by him in the memorandum. So the members are having unlimited liability, whereas clear. The number of members fall below statutory minimum for more than 6 months, members will be have to unlimited liability. And if a person enters into a contract or signs bill of exchange or hundi or checks etc., then without disclosing that the contract is for and on behalf of a company or disclosing wrong name of the company, he will be personally liable. So often promoters or directors are asked to give personal guarantees for the loans given to the company, and in such case the directors or promoters will be personally responsible to the existent guarantees given. So who are coming on behalf of the company? Okay, who are coming on behalf of the company? So they are the responsible persons and they have liability. Okay, whatever the agrees are there. And next to separate property. Separate property. So another characteristics of the company is that it is capable of owning, enjoying and disposing of property in its own name. ఇదేంటి? The company's assets, the company's liabilities. So it is a separate entity and own existence is there longer. So that's why everyone enjoying. Then it's a consequence of the fact that the company is a legal person. The property of the company will not be considered as a joint property of the members constituting the company. Whatever the assets are there, whatever the properties are there, so that property it owns. That's all. And perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means unlike a natural person, a company never dies. So under section 9 of the Companies Act 2013, it is an entity with the perpetual succession. శాశ్వతంగా ఉంటుంది. ఒక పర్సన్ చనిపోగానే కంపెనీ కాదు, ఇంకెవరైనా వస్తారు. ఓకే, అండ్ దిస్ మీన్స్ that the company being an entity separate and distinct from its shareholders, the life of the company is not measured by the life of any member. It is independent of lives of its members. Okay, so the death or insolvency of a member does not affect the corporate existence of the company. That is IPO. ఎవరైనా చనిపోయారు అనుకోండి, షేర్ హోల్డర్స్, డైరెక్టర్ ఎవరు చనిపోయినా కంపెనీ మాత్రం ఉంటుంది. సో ద కార్పొరేట్ ఎగ్జిస్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది కంపెనీ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ wherever the dies or insolvency of the members. A company is an immortal person, so members may come and members may go, but the company continues its operations unless it's wind up. దాన్ని వైండ్ అప్ చేసేంత వరకు ఎవరైనా రావచ్చు, ఎవరైనా పోవచ్చు, then everything will continue. Okay, and transferability of shares. Transferability of shares. Easily can transfer the shares from one person to another person in the company. So that feasibility is there. According to section 44 of the Companies Act 2013, the shares, debentures or other interest of the members in a company shall be movable property. So that's why transferable in the manner provided by the articles of the association. A shareholder can transfer his securities to any person without the consent of other members. ఎవరిని అడగాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, ఇట్స్ ఓన్. నెక్స్ట్ కామన్ సీల్. సో ఇన్ ఏ ప్రైవేట్ కంపెనీ there are certain restrictions and not a prohibition on transfer of the securities. So that's why a company as a company is an artificial person, so it cannot sign its name on a contract. So it functions with the help of a seal, company seal. ఎందుకంటే కంపెనీ వచ్చి సైన్ చేసేటట్టు కంపెనీ సంబంధం ఏం అదంతా కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ పర్సన్ వీ క్రియేట్. సో దట్స్ వై a common seal is used as a substitute for its signature. So every company must have a seal with its name engraved on it. A rubber stamp does not serve the purpose. So anything done under an agreement between the company and third party requires the recognition of the company in the form of an official seal unless exempted by the act. A document not bearing the common seal of the company is not authentic and as such is not binding on the company. So the separate seal will be there. Next one, capacity to show and be showed. Capacity, shoe and ratio. ఎవరైనా కంపెనీ మీద కేసు వేయచ్చు. కంపెనీ ఎవరి మీదైనా కేసు వేయచ్చు. సో దట్ ఇస్ ద కంపెనీ మీన్స్ an incorporation of a company acquires a separate and independent legal personality. As a legal person, it can sue and be sued in its own name. A company may be sued for infringement of copyrights, negligence, and contempt of court. A company may sue for any injury done its business reputation by defamation. So defamation, if any, so everything will be right. So according to that information, you see here the characteristics: incorporated association, separate legal entity, limited liability, separate property, perpetual succession, transferable shares, and common seal and capacity to sue and be sued. So what are the advantages of incorporation? So unlike a partnership firm of the company enjoys a separate legal personality, so every association on being incorporated enjoys a distinct entity, person from members forming it. So artificial legal person and limited liability, perpetual succession, transferable shares, infinite membership, and permanence of the capital and protection of the two creditors, and mobilization of the huge resources, and the separate property, and easy in control and management, and capacity to sue. So these are the advantages. So maximum 50% of the characteristics are coming under advantages. Why? Because advantages means when incorporated of the company, what advantages are there? Okay. So easily transferable the shares from one person to another person, and it is a perpetual succession. On being incorporated company enjoys the perpetual succession. The existence of a company is in no way affected by the change in the constitution of the company, and it is a artificial legal person, so anyone can do. So entity separate from the members forming it, and in infinite membership, public company enjoys infinite membership over the other forms of the organization. There is no restrictions to the maximum number of the members in a public company, and the permanence of the capital. So buyback of the shares is a privilege allowed to the company, which enables the companies to purchase its own shares. This provision gives the permanency to the capital and also protects the creditors to the events of the winding up, and the mobilize huge resources, since any number of persons can contribute towards the capital of the company. So huge resources can be mobilized in case of the company starts an expansion and diversification of the activities. So the separate property also enjoy and easily control the management and controlling on the persons and everything. So these are the advantages, and indirectly the disadvantages also there. Okay. So thank you very much. Have a nice day.